I've been waiting for this. And just to provide more perspective of how much I've been waiting for this, check it, okay? Welcome back to Y.E.S, everyone. Today we're talking about Coastin, the 7th studio album released by Iration. Albeit I am a newcomer to the fandom of this reggae band, I can honestly say I love this band. I've bought 2 shirts from this band. I hardly ever buy artist merchandise. I've changed that up a little bit since creating this channel, but man, there's so much about what they've made that I enjoy. And if you've been following my channel, you know this already from my last review from their last album, their self-titled album, which was the 6th one. Not a lot of people do that. I digress, not important. That album I love. I love it. It's the album that made me want to listen to more reggae music. And I have. Not a substantial amount more, but definitely more than I have for like the entirety of my life. So you can imagine how giddy I got when I heard that they were going to release an album in July. I was ecstatic. I was grinning internally for a very long time. Yeah. And I did worry myself a little bit because I thought, you gotta calm down just a little, Garrett, just a little, because you don't want to overhype yourself. You don't know if it's going to be as good, or at least to you, if you're going to love it as much as the self-titled album. You just gotta roll with it and see if you like it. The good news is I do like this album, so let's talk about it. I'm going to start with the second half of the album because that's where I feel the most passionate here. Right off the bat, you need to listen to the song Home Tonight. And then literally right after that song, which is the next song, is the song Fancy. The lyrics in here are just fun. You need fun in reggae music. If there's not one song in a reggae album that doesn't have a little bit of fun, I hesitate to think that they might have been successful. Beyond the lyrical content, the strings and the guitar are rolling. I was so impressed. And following that, If You Only Knew. Just a trio of song recommendation combination of moods I think will get you in the zone as much as they did me. Other songs like Chill Out have a dreamlike vibe to them and gorgeous muted trumpets. The song Smile has a actually fairly good message. It kind of just provides some lyrical stories that would give you reason enough to be like, maybe I need to utilize some positivity or optimism in my life ever so slightly more. You can take a pretty good message also from the song Move Forward and the song Learn From Me. I feel like there's a plethora of perspectives or vantage points that can be taken from this song. I don't know if there was one in particular they were taking, but I feel like I could place myself in different scenarios and feel like this song can speak to me at this time, or in this case, or in that case, etc. Okay, so we got into that. Now, the first half of this album. This is the part of the album where I feel like lackluster's too harsh of a word. It's just I felt not as driven, and I was scared about that because this is the first half. But I listened to this album a lot. Like, I wanted to make sure like I wasn't going to be too harsh or too overly loving this album. I gave it a lot of listens and really paid attention to what I liked and what I thought maybe could have been done more. And this first half of the album still is good. I just love the second half ever so slightly more. The album's self-titled song, Coastin', this is kind of just going with the flow kind of song. Like I said, nothing bad with it, but it doesn't feel like it was totally in the zone that it could have gotten to as I continue to sway while I describe that. I will say the song Contact High, this is probably the strongest song in the first half. Has like aquatic synth sounds to it. I was like, all right, you got me there. I'm curious. The song Guavalane also kind of falls under that good, but kind of just good. I'm like, all right, I don't hate this song at all. I'm just kind of it's there. The song Zen Island. Now this kind of reminds me, at the intro part at least, of like a classy R&B kind of intro. More on like the Miami side of R&B, but kind of still there. And the horns later on in this song rock. Thank heavens those were added. This helped save the vibe of the song for me. And then the song Right Here, Right Now. This is a song where I feel like, in a different mood, I feel like I could criticize as dragging. Although, I don't feel that way. And I think a large majority of that reason is the fact that it adds some features in here, such as Stick Figure, and Eric Rachmani, who is also the lead singer of the reggae band Revolution. I enjoy his feature ever so slightly more. I think that was the stronger vocal point in that song. I don't have tons of other things to go into depth negatively or supremely positive. I just know that this was fun. I had fun listening to this album, and there's a part of me that just is happy to get more Iration music and more summer music. Like, people have to remember that there is a summer vibe out there that's not just party music, as in like pop dance party music, which I like, but this music feels tailor-made for summer. So guys, after having listened and reviewed this album, I'm going to give production an A, I'm going to give creativity an A-, I'm going to give expression lyrics an A, and would I recommend this album? I would give it a yeah. So evidently I like their last album a bit more, but you know what? I still have a fun time listening to this album, and I don't doubt that many of you would as well, especially if you're not into reggae music like I kind of wasn't beforehand. I think this band is perfect for anyone who wants to give it a shot. Make your selection as you wish. I am going to continue to listen to this album a bit more while I have the season to do so, and even outside of it, would I listen to it? Of course I would. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow more of me, be sure to check out my social media links down in the description down here, and be sure to leave me one of these if you like the video, and be sure to leave a comment if you want to engage with me down there. And if you want to discover, promote, and review the best in entertainment, be sure to subscribe to this channel so you can get that yes in your life. See you next time.